And when I say I have so many things to talk about when it comes to gameplay, NBA 2K24, my experience, everything, I got so much stuff to talk about. But first, y'all see the new name,
yeah,
right?
go make sure y'all go follow her.
We are in the building, but
all
Boom Boom
socials.
on all platforms. So if you have anything, everything,
make sure
but
y'all go
Boom
follow
Boom,
my
make
girl.
sure
Right? She up this year. She up. You feel me? She up this year. So make sure y'all go follow her, man.
you go follow me. We're gonna have a lot of things and a lot of copies of NBA 2K24 to give away. So make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post to flying me out, to have me a lot to offer is skill based. It is all about skills. Your stick skills are going to show. So if you were not that great at the game and you're expecting to go into 2K24 with that 2K23 mindset and be able to cheese everything, I guarantee you at this point, you're not. All right, you're not. Get that out of your head. Come with a totally different new mindset when it comes to 2K24. Okay, in 2K24, if you don't got no stick skill, I don't want to hear you complaining on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch to your mama. No complaints. I do not want to hear anybody that has no stick skill complaining to the devs in general, asking them to nerf defense. Take the time.
Make sure y'all wait, give it a few weeks, and then y'all complain. You feel me? Don't do it too soon, and then they patch stuff to the ground, man. But let's keep watching this.
Time that you guys need.
I'm gonna skip up just a little bit because
I will tell
you the gameplay part.
In order to be responsive, you're gonna feel more control on defense. But so when it comes to paint play, you can't just stand straight up a lot of times and expect guards to miss, especially as they become more familiar and good with skill moves like hand contests. Especially as they become more familiar and good with skill moves like paint play. You can't just stand straight up a lot of times and expect guards to miss. Especially as they become more familiar and good with skill moves like scoop layups, euros, floaters. A lot of times you'll get a good body contest, but your hand is not where it needs to be. So you'll see more of the yellow type contests. Notice how Shaq's green window is completely full as he catches the ball, but changes as the defender moves his body and changes his arm position with the block attempt. So the skill this year is really going to come down to on defense in the paint, knowing when to jump and being in good position in order to get a good contest. It's also going to come down to your strength. If you're an immovable force in the paint with that badge as high as you can get it, a lot of times, especially if people don't have the proper attributes to keep up and be able to finish effectively in the paint, they're going to get pushed off their
They not swimming around that. That's big body
spot. Now on the perimeter, there is going to be a difference between a bumpy lock and a speedy lock. As I stated, defense feels way more responsive this year, so you're able to
a bumpy lock and a speedy lock, meaning that probably that if your strength and your speed is low, you're gonna be a bumpy lock. If you're a speedy lock, you're probably gonna be fast and a little slim waisted. You feel me? Like Clay right here is a bumpy
keep up
lock.
with the ball handler from left to right from what we played, as well as try to beat them to spots to blitz the ball. In the example above, you have a player like Sid Coulson, who is a faster player. She's able to finesse her way through screens.
Y'all saw how she moving? You feel me? Like, y'all see how she moving? She moving fast. Like, look at that.
Faster player.
Recovered fast as hell. Y'all saw that. She reached and got back to the spot.
Finesse her way through screens to be able to quickly change directions from left to right in order to keep up with the ball handler. As opposed to someone like Klay Thompson, who is a bigger defender who's not as fast, but knows how to effectively keep the body on the ball handler. So again, this year you're going to be able to see the difference between the two. The defense really, really feels good. It feels way more responsive than it was last year, and you really can tell the difference.
Feels way more responsive, but it don't mean you can't get your shit fried.
If you don't have strength on the build, trust and best believe if you go up against somebody like a Black Cobra who has a build that's a post scorer with a lot of strength, even if you have good stick skills, If you don't got no strength, my guy, if you out here weak, if you're weak, my guy, I'm telling you right now, they're going to bulldoze past you in the paint and yam on your head.
Better put y'all strength up.
I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you how it is, man. Put strength on your build. You can tell the difference when you don't have
keep looking
strength,
at this gameplay.
especially in the paint.
Hold on.
Especially if you beat somebody up the court. Defense out the way. Let's talk a little bit about the offense. Blowout dribbles feel fantastic, especially if you beat somebody up the court. I feel like, again, too, it's a risk-reward type of thing. You can dribbles feel fantastic, especially if you beat somebody up the court. Now that we got the defense out the way, let's talk a little bit about the offense. Blowout dribbles.
This is the blowout dribble move that they was talking about. Look how far in advance that puts you. That's pretty dope. That's dope that they added that feature onto the game. Look at that. Look at that.
Fantastic, especially if you beat somebody up the court. I feel like, again, too, it's a risk-reward type of thing. You can use the blowout dribble to get a lot of good speed and momentum to get further away from defenders, especially if they're reaching in the backcourt. But two, you have to be careful.
So this might be like the counter to like
be a chess match. Now that we got the defense out the way,
right there might be the counter to like 94 feet. You could get past the defender. Ooh, that's lit, bro.
Talk a little bit about the offense. Blowout dribbles feel fantastic, especially if you beat somebody up the court. I feel like, again, too, it's a risk-reward type of thing. You can use the blowout dribble to get a lot of good speed and momentum to get further away from defenders, especially if they're reaching in the backcourt. But two, you have to be careful coming up the court. There's a couple times that I've been able to blitz ball handlers who did a blowout dribble close enough to me as a lock, and it pops the ball up. With the different styles and the different player types, because again, Ja Morant is an athletic, bulldozing guard. Steph Curry is a finesse shooting guard. You can definitely tell the difference in those types of builds. Dribbling in 2K24 really feels like 2K19 type dribbles where you have
it feels like 2K19 dribbles.
Dribble combos when you flick this right stick up.
Y'all see that?
You have the one-to-one move.
Y'all know I'm a dribble head, so anything that I see saucy, I'm gonna go ahead and play it. You feel me?
Dribbling in 2K24 really feels like 2K19 type dribbles when you have your dribble combos when you flick this right stick up.
Ooh, you know what that reminded me of? If you see it in fast motion,
dribbling in 2K24
that reminded me of like the D Rose. You feel me? But it was obviously a little slower. So I wonder if the dribbling is a lot smoother. I mean, it looks smooth though, from what I'm watching.
Where you have your dribble combos when you flick this right stick up. You have the one-to-one moves, and I take this with a grain of salt because I'm not a dribbler.
The green animation is now above the rim. Look at that.
Moves, and I take this with a grain of salt because
the green animation up here is above the rim now. So, I'm
not a dribbler.
Look at that.
But I feel you're still able to speed moves out of moves.
Now that burst right there, I can already see people abusing that.
I feel you're still able to speed moves out of moves. It's just not as it was in 2K23. It's gonna be more of the 1920.
That gives me, ain't gonna lie, that gives me 2K19 vibes right there.
I feel you're still able to speed moves out of moves. It's just not as it was in 2K23. It's gonna be more of the 1920 type of feel.
It's gonna be more of the 2K20 and 2K19 feel. So it's exactly what I was saying.
Based on some of the dribblers I played with, I feel like there's going to be a variety in different moves that are going to be effective this year. But for a full dribbling breakdown, I would suggest going to somebody like Fanta, Dooms, or Double H to get kind of the full breakdown for it, because I'm not a glitchy dribbler. Post scorers are going to be crazy with the amount of space that they're able to create. There's some crazy combinations that you can come up with. I can't wait to get more time with just dribbling and movement and animations to really see what combinations are gonna work well with others. The passing feels fantastic. Great. There's times I was able to do like a oop to Shaq. You can really tell the difference in the pass speeds. If you don't got no thumbs on D, be ready to get that ball thrown at your face. You're gonna set your big up to get yammed on. I'm telling you right now. Be better on defense, because the offense can definitely keep up with what you have. Shooting to me felt good, even at lower attributes. I was able to get consistently open. I think that will only improve as people find jump shots that will have good ratings. 2K18 type mid-range fades feel great. Shot creators are definitely back this year, especially from the mid-range. So I would suggest look into using step back, spin jumpers, faders from the midi, because they will be effective. Even to offense.
This joint looks smooth, man. Look how smooth that looks.
Look into using step back, spin jumpers, faders from the midi, because they will be effective. Even two on offense, the skill moves are back, and they definitely take skill to pull off. There was a couple times that I was able to hit like a walk back type of move, but the green window
walk back is back, baby. So if you didn't learn last year, y'all know I'm gonna have a tutorial for y'all this year, man. Look at that.
That I was able to hit like a walk back type of move, but the green window to time it.
Oh, so the green window to time walk back is crazy, she's saying.
It was super small, so walk backs are still definitely in the game. There's so many different skill moves that the offensive player has at their disposal. So if you were used to not only fading but switching up spin jumpers and things like that within your build, this year you're really gonna be good at creating that space. Now, in terms of quick stops and things like that, I was not able to do a quick stop even with Curry.
Yeah.
Shooting, so I think you're gonna have to rely more on your skill moves in order to get open. But with better dribblers, this dribbling feels a lot like 2K19, where you have your rhythm dribble in the front, and then you can have your flick skill moves. So you have your crossovers, your hesitations, your step backs, your hot backs, your behind the back. The wide Kobe behind the back is back in the game. There's so many offensive moves that they can do to combo together. Then, like Uncle Demi said, I don't think you're gonna need the quick stop as much. But again, we couldn't change any animations. I don't think quick stops are really a thing in this 2K, but with the amount of space you're able to create, I don't think you're going to miss it as much. Time will tell if there's an actual quick stop animation in the game once we have full access to it. Now I'm just gonna take some time to answer some of the questions that you guys have for me.
Y'all hear that?
With the amount of space you're able to create, I don't think you're going to miss it as much. Time will tell if there's an actual quick stop animation in the game once we have full access.
Time will tell there's an actual quick stop animation
to it. Now I'm just gonna take some time to answer some of the questions that you guys have for me directly, and kind of give my impressions of what the game felt like. This was a great question. How is the lighting? Does it look better than 2K21-23?
Hold on, let me skip over.
Let me see. This game, about the pace of the game, does it feel slow? I definitely think the game is faster than it was in 2K23.
So the game is a little bit faster. She's saying that it feels a lot faster.
In terms of if it's at the speed level of 2K22 before they patched it, I'm not sure it's that fast, but it's definitely faster than 2K23. For shot timings in 2K24, I think that's a mechanic that we have to wait till we can go online and create our own jump shots to really see how bad the timings are. The shooting feels precise. The timing impact doesn't feel as bad as it did in 2K23. Like, you don't get random speed ups and random slowdowns. But if you know your shot, there's times where I've seen people green 60%.
Green 60%? If you know your timing? I can see how people get upset with this one. I can see it.
60%. This game, it seems like 2K is really looking to about the pace of the game. Does it feel slow? I definitely really never seen before in 2K. Delayed greens are still in the game. If you look at the footage here, like, I green the shot, but you don't see me greening until the ball actually goes in. Like, you don't see the animation. And I believe the animation comes at the basket. Like, I'm sure there's different
movement, bro. I like it.
It comes at the basket. So
I feel like if I get my hands on this joint, it's gonna be crazy, bro. Cause I already know with all these SIGs, bro, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a lit year, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lit year. But look, that was just a little quick reaction to my girl, Boom Boom. Make sure y'all go follow her on YouTube. I have her tag down in the description below, so make sure y'all go ahead and give her a follow, you feel me? Cause she up, and we all up this year, y'all dig? But anyways, look, that was just my reaction little video to hers of gameplay. I'm sure I'm gonna do another one when she drops the build videos, so make sure y'all lock in. It's your boy New York, and if you're feeling under the weather, you already know what I'm saying, baby. You should know it.